Hey, good morning, guys. It's Donald and Mary, and we're here to trail chatter, man. You know, good trail etiquette, manners, L&T. Just knowing all this stuff, man, is good for all of us, man, as the communities, as one big whole community. Because throughout the days, man, we've explained a little bit on our views and our opinions and what we see here, when, how, what's going on out here, what's actually happening. And so I call it the dark side of the trail and have for years, man. I've really always wanted to do something similar to this to keep people informed, because there's just so many people just talking, man, and it's all over the place, man. I mean, and I'm not here to call people out or to point fingers at who's doing it. I mean, you can see who's doing it. You know what I mean? I don't really have to point fingers. And anyone that's really involved with the trail, that's out here working it, doing it, and living the whole entire trail life scene, like the business, the hiking, just the whole scene, man, has a full understanding on how it all works. The dark side of the trail is what I call the business side of the trail, the dirty side of the trail, man, that people don't see. And that's what we're trying to give people, is an idea or a look inside the dark side of the trail. Like, we're opening up our business to say, hey, man, this is what it takes to make our business work. And it's not just ours, it's everyone out here, man, because like we have been saying for days, man, growth is happening. Change is necessary with growth to fit what's going on. There's a wider variety of people out here with different personalities. It's not just that tree hugger dude or the dude, you know what I mean, man? There's just a wide variety of people out here. There's even politics out here, man. So you never really used to see that stuff, and you have political people out here. Now you see it in the room, they're fighting about politics, man, and stuff. There's a dude that actually has a room that been out here for years, man, and his room, man, he'll change it according to what's going on with politics, man. It's messed up, dude. I don't even go in there, but he has like 8,000 or maybe 25,000 people now, actually. But he's been out here for years, man. We just don't, I don't pay attention to that stuff, man. Like I said, dude, it's getting crazy. And so, but Mary and I, we want to make sure that people understand what's going on. For it benefits us, it benefits our friends with businesses, it benefits the hikers, it benefits the towns, it benefits the communities as a whole, for us to open up and just say, hey, man, this is how it is, man. This is the truth. And so, you know what I mean, man? But today we're going to discuss a little bit more on what we think is pretty much well, I would call this, like, for days we've been touching on influencers and how people have affected the trail, or the trail businesses. It's taken a minute, man, because there's years worth of this, and you can't just put it all in like 20 minutes time, or the time frame that I've taken, this 3 or 4 days, man. But this last little piece, man, is really just what we see, man. We've written it all down and kind of put it all in order, and just we want to go ahead and just talk about this last piece, and then hopefully, well, not hopefully, but we're going to move on to different subjects, and just we're going to be really open about how the business runs, what it takes to keep it going. It's not just a phone call and writing down a number and a name next to a pickup. It is an organized, structured, our services are organized and structured, because we do ride after ride time. It's like a Greyhound or an airline or something, man. We got to keep this all in order, man, because your ride is the most important part of, well, not most important, but it's equally as important as the rest of your trip. When we drop a rider off, man, I mean, who wants to start their trip, their hike, man, by having a late shuttle, or the shuttle not getting what you need, man, along the way, like you need a stop or something, you just didn't get it because there was no structure. There was no idea that, this might happen. people at press, they're stacking rides. They don't understand. They haven't made the mistakes that the mistakes that need to be made to say this doesn't work. You know what I mean, man? And so that's why you pay people for the rides, the experience. That's what you're paying for. It's a specialty ride. And that's how we think of this, man. It is a specialty ride, man. We know what you need, man. And so, like I was saying, no one wants to start their hike off like, with a frown on their face, or problems in between the airport and Amicalola or Springer or whatever, wherever you're coming from, man. No one wants that issue. No one. And so I don't, especially, man. I just, I don't want to start my hike like that, man. Right. But we're going to get on to this. So, number one, Mary has written down some stuff. I'm going to let her go ahead and tell us what she thinks, man, because I like to know.
Okay, well,
thank you.
You're welcome. So as far as the social media goes, there's no longer old school ways being done out here. And I think that social media and technology has greatly changed how the way shuttles, hostels, outfitters are perceived. When an influencer puts the information out there as far as, wow, this was such a great experience. This is how this is done here. And, it may well have been a great experience or not a great experience, but you can't take that one person's words as being the end all out here, because there are many shuttles and many businesses that operate specific ways, and they're not just retired folks reminiscing from the old days when they hiked. They're not just somebody here trying to make a couple extra bucks to supplement their income. We're businesses out here, and to put out there that, perhaps it's, maybe I'm just going to use an example, all $20 for a hostel, or this is how this shuttle does it. People sometimes assume that everybody does it this way. So whether it's a positive or negative, that does affect how things are run out here. So let's see what else there is. There's the, we need to make sure that everybody has the proper answers out here, so there's no confusion and no frustration. And like Donald was saying, things can flow flawlessly out here when we're all prepared and we all have the information that we need, and there's no surprises. People are sometimes budgeting their hikes accordingly to what someone is saying, and they get out and they do find out it's a surprise. That's what the part that I'd like to touch on. What else would you like to touch on?
So I actually wrote down a few things that I've seen over the years. And so I've seen throughout the years where hikers have sold their houses. I personally know people and have had them at my house, and they're still watching these today and commenting. People have sold their houses, given away everything they own, or sold it at a lawn sale. I mean, I'm sure people that are watching this have seen the same thing, man. People are, coming out here to hike, and they've sold everything off. Well, the problem is a lot of people, we'll get calls and stuff, man. And I even see it online. People are trying to, and Mary just mentioned it, people are budgeting for their hikes. They budgeted, they saved, maybe they saved 10 grand, whatever it was. They got online, they heard people saying, oh, it's only $1, it's $2 a mile, it's $3 a mile. Well, what does it cost you per day to live in real life, man? That's probably what it's going to cost you on trail, man, to hike, meaning like feeding yourself. And are you going to go to a hotel? You have to remember, when you get out here, man, people are going to have more money than you, and you're going to be rolling with a crowd. That crowd's probably, going to go to town and eat filet mignon and avocados instead of 5-star, dude, and drink Dom Perignon or whatever, dude. But my point is, man, you're going to have to decide between, am I going to go to town and spend the same amount of money, or am I going to save my money? And so you have to plan for that stuff. And so what I see is people, they budgeted, they sold their houses, they sold their cars, they whatever, man. The problem is the businesses haven't done that. And so we're not we're still living in the same world that you left, man. So when you come out here and you're free and you're hiking and you don't have any bills, you got to get rid of that mindset when it comes to the business side of this trail. And that's what I call the dark side of the trail, because yes, and that's where I go back to, like, over the years, man, if you are a business, it's either you make a decision, you're going to be part of that hiker community and hang out and give the free rides or the cheap rides, man, and drink a beer at the bar with the guys and, eat some food and buy them whatever, man. That's fun to do every couple days or maybe once a month or something, but we're not millionaires. We don't have a bunch of money, man. We can't do that. We're in the real life, dude. You see what I'm saying, man? And so throughout the years, man, the people that we have met, dude, that are out here, they kind of have that mindset. And I see it everywhere too. It's not just over the years meeting. I see it, man. And it's people that have this mindset, man, that come here and they're like, I'm budgeting. I only have this much money to give a shuttle or a hostel or a hotel. And so it's like, well, sorry, man, I would love to give to you, but I'm not rich, man. I got to still pay bills. I would love to hike, man, and budget my money, but it doesn't work that way. Life just doesn't work that way. And I love to help out, man, and Mary and I give as much as possible along with other businesses out here, but we can only give so much, because to continue to give a quality service to hikers or the next man behind the person that you're, whatever, the next person in line, for us to continue to give a quality service and help that next person, man, it takes money. And so the world, man, the world rolls on wheels that are greased by the green, man. And that's how it works, man. Everyone has got their hand out. And so what I see a lot of is people not realizing, man, that we're going to go back to, the older retirees, man, that are doing this on the side, or Jim that hiked the year before, man, that has that made a car dude, and all of a sudden he's a shuttle driver and knows it all, man. Just, I can go on and on, man. But you have to keep in mind that people are real businesses that have real life bills, and and so keeping all this in mind when you come out here and plan to come out to do a hike, man, call the businesses. I can't say it enough times, man. Don't go in those rooms. They're gonna keep you guys unprepared. I don't want to sit here and bash on the people in the rooms either, man, because that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to just inform people, man, and maybe people that are watching this that are kind of like that will take our
information
and use it. Yeah, and use it.
That's
Arm
right.
yourself with our information, man. And that way, when you do say something, or someone wants to, ask someone's asking a question and you want to answer, or someone wants to answer, man, you have the right answers, or pretty much close to the right answers that actually match up what's going on out here. And so, like I tell everyone, man, this isn't just us talking, man. We talk to everyone out here, man. Not everyone. Like, we don't talk to a lot of the newer drivers, man. We just kind of keep to ourselves with the older drivers, just because, man, it's a long story. Anyways, man.
I think you made a very valid point as far as, everybody putting out confusing information. Where better to get your information, whether it's, for shuttle, hostel. I mean, even in everyday life, when you want information and you want solid knowledge, what do? You call the business,
Right.
You ask your questions, you get your answers, and then you can make a solid, informed decision. It's the best place to go right to the business, whoever
right.
it is, whatever service you need.
That's right, dude.
Because then it cuts out all, and it's probably all well-meaning information that's being put out, but it cuts out any of the confusion and misinterpretation that could probably happen.
That's right, dude.
So,
I actually saw a Unicoi shuttle the other day. someone had asked about a shuttle, man, and he actually went in there and said, call down to the drivers down here, man, you know what I mean, which was really cool. And so I see him working on trying to do that. I'm hoping us coming out as a business and well-known people out here, man, in the business community and the hiker community. But I'm hoping that people kind of follow suit and just do the same thing and start to speak up and just, just keep people in the loop and informed, man, so we can have smooth days, man. All of us. This is for everyone, man. This isn't just for Mary and Donald, man, because the way we look at things, man, is if Jimmy over here that owns a hostel and Johnny that owns a shuttle, man's doing good, then all of us are doing good, man. And if the hikers know what's going on, man, we're all doing good. You know what I mean, dude? So everyone being informed makes things go smoothly. And so that's all we really want to do, man, is make it just an easy to plan, easy to come out here for the businesses, the hikers, and everyone, man, because whatever is going on out here, like rides and stuff, man, it is a specialty, man. It's not just a normal tourist coming in, man. You guys are hiking. You're on a journey that some may never ever take, and you may never have a chance again. This may be the only time you come here and hike, and you're always going to remember this. You're going to tell this story to your grandkids, man. Even if you come out here once, people always remember, man. It's just the way it is, dude. I could talk to someone 8 years that, I remember when you picked me up, you did that. And it's like, I remember you too, bro. And it happens all the time, dude. In 2016, we were on trail. We met this dude that's standing there.
That's right.
And you know what? He hiked, I think it was 21 or something, man. And he called me up and he came up on my phone. I got his number in 2016. And so we were here when the Smokies fires were going on. And we were standing there up on the other side of the Smokies. And we actually had to take a shuttle around it because it was all shut down because the whole place was on fire. And so actually 14 people died that year in Gatlinburg from these fires that started on the chimneys right up there by Newfound. Anyways, that dude through hiked, man, years later, and he called me up and he's like, dude, I heard you were a business down here today. And he's like, what's going on? I'm about done. He was at Unicoi Gap Mile 52 and he was southbound. So he was 52 miles from his through, finishing his through. And so, and then I had another guy I met up at over Mountain Shelter up there at Roan, and he called. He was with his old lady, and we were up there, man. And he calls, and he's like, and I told him my name was like Grateful. And there wasn't many people named Grateful out there at the time, man. And so he calls up, and he's like, bro. He's like, are you the dude I met in 16 at Over Mountain Shelter, man? And I was like, no way, man. And he's like, you kept saying the water's in the forest, man. And I was like, yes, dude, that's us, man. Yep. And so I picked him up at Unicoi Gap and brought him over to Neil Gap, man, a couple years back. But we get people like that all the time calling, man, and it's so cool. And that's the magical part of the trail, man. That's why we're still here. This trail saved my life, man, and that's why I'm still here and she's still here, and we do what we do because we want everyone to experience what Mary and I experienced when we were out here. Plus, I mean, we lived the trail life, so this is what we do. This is all we do, and so that's why we're that's why we're so doing this. We just want the trail to grow, and as it grows, we want it to continue to be awesome. And so got to give back to, you got to feed, you got to nourish the trail, man. That's just what we're trying to do, man. Anyways, man, let's end it here. Do you have anything else you want to say?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
All right, sweet guys. Thank you so much. I hope everyone has a beautiful day, and we're gonna change subjects the next time. In the next 2 days, we're gonna write some stuff down and get some cool stuff out here for you guys to listen to. All right, one love, peace.